Hi everyone, I'm Regina Sellers, and I'm going to be showing y'all something I think it just has cuteness overload. As some of y'all know from my post, I attended a wreath class at a General Wholesale in Vivian, Louisiana with the fabulous Scott Admire. And Scott taught us how to do this. And as you can see behind me, it's a little Santa hat. And I have just fallen in love with this. I just think it's just, like I said, cuteness, just cuteness overload. So this is what I'm going to be showing y'all how to make tonight. It is extremely simple to do. And so let's get started. What we're going to need is some Deco Mesh. Okay, and I have, for time purposes, already cut this. And you can see I'm going to be using, this is the deluxe. It's solid red, as you can see, because I'm making a little red Santa hat. But this is the deluxe Deco Mesh that I got from Craft Outlet. I wanted this to be really bright and showy. And so I have the one with the foil. Okay, and I've already cut it, like I said, for time purposes. I cut two pieces 50 inches long. Okay, so that's my two pieces. I'm going to use one pick. As you can see on our little hat, I have this little pick coming up here. I thought this was just extremely cute. And then, of course, you're going to need your ribbon. You're going to need your ribbon. Of course, I'm going to be making a terry bow. And I'm going to be showing y'all that. And so this is the terry bow we're going to be making. I need a few pipe cleaners. Okay, I'm going to show you that, as we go along. I'll be using a couple of pipe cleaners. I have a little piece of boa. This is a little piece of boa. I'm going to show you how I made this little pom-pom at the top out of this little piece of boa. I'm going to be using some cutting pliers here, and of course some scissors. I used my scissors already. I cut that. I cut this, and then of course I'm going to be using it to cut the ribbon, and then of course I'm going to get the bow maker out whenever the time comes for that. So that's really all you need, and that's all the supplies that you need, and I'm ready to start. Let me get this all kind of out of the way. I'm going to put this over here, and so I have my table clear. I was just kind of showing y'all what you're going to need to make this little project. And you're just going to love this. I think this is the first time I have done a demo where I'm not making bows. So I'm pretty excited with this tonight. So anyway, here's my two pieces of my Deco Mesh. I'm going to put one on the side for a moment. And I'm going to have to move my Mevo out of the way for just a moment. I watch the Mevo to make sure that I always have the shot. That you're seeing what I want you to see, but I have to put the Mevo over there. I can see myself sitting on the shelf over there. The first thing you're going to do is unwind your piece of mesh that I cut. Like I said, I cut it already. This is 50 inches long. I'm making quite a large little hat there. I wanted it to cover just a whole lot of my door. You can make these smaller if you like, but anyway, that's just what I'm doing with this one. What you're going to want to do is pull this from corner to corner, and then the opposite corners. You don't pull from each side. You pull from opposite corners. And since I'm here alone and I'm pulling this, I have a little push pin, and I'm going to pin this down to my table so I can pull on this. I think I was off the camera to do that, but anyway, I have a push pin, and I took that end of the mesh and I pinned it down to my table. Now I'm going to stand over here. Let me see, am I in the shot? I believe I am. And look what I'm going to do. I'm pull. That's all I'm doing. I'm just pulling it. And you see how this is rolling up? That's what you want it to do. You want this to just roll up. And this is the top of the little hat. What we're doing now is making the top of the little hat. And what I want to make sure, because I'm pulling, and you see how I'm going to help it here a little bit, and I'm make sure it rolls up real good. Okay? And then, so I have a nice little roll on both sides. You can kind of cross it over. This could be a little messy. And then I'm just gonna eyeball where I think the center is, and look what I'm doing, I'm gonna fold it in half. I'm gonna put my two ends together. Okay? I've folded that in half, and now, see how I'm gonna bunch this up? I'm just gonna fold it in half, pinch this really nice together. We'll let this go. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna hold this. I'm gonna kind of hold that with my body right there. And I'm gonna take my chenille stem. I usually use just wire, but so that y'all can see this really good against the red. Look, all I'm gonna do is put a chenille stem through there and then just twist this off. See, I'm doing it really tight and just twist this off. And I'm just holding the center, and this is the bottom of the little hat, okay? And now I'm gonna come take this piece, look, I'm gonna switch sides. When you're working by yourself, I'm just gonna use my body and just hold that, and look, I'm gonna gather it down about right here because I want some of this little part sticking up, and I'm gonna put my chenille stem around this. See that? See how I'm doing that? Okay, I can let this go now. You see what I've done? You see this little thing I've made? And look how pretty the front, this is gonna be the front of my little hat. See how cute that looks? See how that came out? That's gonna be the front. So I'm making sure that my chenille stem is to the back here, and I'm gonna twist it around. And then I'm also, let me see, let me get my Mevo back because I can control the shot. Let me pull in a little bit on this because I want y'all to see this. Kind of turn it. See what I'm doing? I'm going to take my chenille stem and just kind of wrap it around itself. This is the hanger. So I'm making the hanger. I'm closing up the top of my little hat, and that's the hanger also. Okay? And see how I just kind of twisted that around? See how that looks? Is that easy? Incredibly easy. And that is the back of my little hat. This is the top of the hat. Look at that, top of the hat is made already. Okay, super simple, unbelievably simple. Okay, that's the top of the hat, and let's put this on the side for the moment. Let's get the little top of the hat, and now we're gonna make the brim of the hat. And this is, like I said, I cut this piece also. I cut this 50 inches. Now, whenever Scott showed us this, he did not make his little hat near as full as I'm making them. But, and that's up to you. You want to make a little hat, it doesn't have to be near as full as this, but I wanted the red, you know, I'm thinking about, you know, standing and maybe looking from the street at the little hat. So I wanted it to be really full. I didn't want to be able to see the white door very much through my little hat. So that's one of the reasons why I made it so full. But that's up to you. You don't have to make it as full as this. It'll be just fine. But anyway, that is the reason why I made it as full as that. And then another thing, whenever, and you'll see in a second, I have another reason why. But what I want to do now, and you see how this is my roll. My roll is coming over like this. I'm going to turn this over because I want this to. I want my ends to kind of roll under. Okay. And I'm going to eyeball this now. And what I'm going to start doing right down the middle of my deco of this roll, I'm just going to start gathering. Okay? And what I'm doing is I'm making I'm picking up about 1 inch at a time. Let me see. I'm going to get down. I hope y'all can see that well. I'm going to turn this so hopefully y'all can see this well. I'm turning this around. I'm looking on the Mevo so y'all can see. But what I'm doing is, all I'm doing is gathering. And I'm picking up about 1 inch at a time, and I'm just making a really nice gather. And I'm eyeballing this. I'm going straight down the center of my piece of mesh. Okay? And you see what's happening? It's starting to curl. And this is going to, I'm going to end up with, you can see that. You see how, let me turn it this way. You see how that's going to end up being a circle? My circle is forming already. And all I'm doing is pinching straight down the center of my Deco Mesh, and I'm eyeballing this, okay? And I'm picking up about 1 inch at a time, okay? Let me just keep going and making the brim. Okay, we're gonna just keep going, keep going. I'm almost to the end. I hope I am, because my hand's starting to cramp. Okay, keep going, Regina, keep going. You're almost there. Almost there. Pinch, pinch, pinch. Let's see, how much do I have left to go? Not too much. I can do it. I can get there. Let's see. Let me straighten this back out. Make sure I'm going straight down the center, so I have a very pretty little circle. Just straight, get this out of my way. Almost to the end. Here we go. Another couple of little pinches, and there I am. I did it. I did it. Okay. I'm holding this very carefully. Okay, very carefully. I'm holding that. I don't want to lose that, because now I'm going to come back with another chenille stem right over the top of my pinch, and I'm going to pull my chenille stem right over it and get this really tight around the back. See how I'm keeping my see how my little pinches are all, see that? See how my little pinches are staying really pretty? Okay, see that? I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to just tighten this. I'm going to make this really tight. I'm just tightening this up. Now I've made the brim. Okay? I've made the top, and now I've made the brim of the little hat. And let's turn it over. And another reason why I like this so full, my little brim up to my hat, because now that this has made a circle, I want it to be full so that the overlap is not really obvious. You see the little overlap there down at the bottom? I don't want that to be terribly obvious, so that's why I made it so full. Let me make sure I'm turning this right so you can see that. See my little overlap there? And see, I can let it go. Now what I can do, which I did before, I can, if I'm just going to really be anal, which y'all know I am, I can, probably when I'm done, I could probably just put a little piece of wire there. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Just go ahead and do it, Regina, and get it over with, because you know you want to. Look, I'm going to stick just a little piece of wire there, and just turn it, because I want my little, and look, I'm just gonna flip that inside. I'm gonna cut that little piece of wire right there. Cut it really short. That's just a tiny little piece of wire that's holding. See how pretty that looks now? Let me make sure y'all can see that right. See, my little cross there is hidden. Okay, see how cute that looks? Cute. Now the brim is done. Okay. Now the next thing I'm going to do, now the top where this is crossing. Now I'm going to put my little brim on it. I mean my little top to my. I'm going to put my little top to my hat. Okay. I'm just going to lay my little top right on my hat, and with my chenille stem. Let me see, make sure y'all can see this. Look what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the chenille stem and go and just separate this and pull this around to the back. Okay, so all my chenille stems are to the back. It really doesn't matter, because we're going to put a bow on top of this. You can let them show from the top if you would like to, but you see how that looks? Is that incredibly fast and easy? I keep turning it, and I'm trying to make sure y'all can see this really good. There you go. But you see how I've connected the little top of the hat to the brim? Okay, I'm going to flip it over and just cross my chenille stems. Okay, from the back it just looks like a bunch of crossed chenille stems. Okay. And you see what it looks like from the back? It's just there's my crossed chenille stems, and this is what it looks like from the front. And then that's your little hat. Is that cute? Is that easy? Is that incredibly, incredibly easy? Okay? Look at that. Now another thing I do, of course I'm going to, where these two little pieces at the top, where these two cross, I'm going to take a little piece of wire and wire them to the back of the little hat. Okay, where's my little piece of wire? So this all just stays in place. Just goes straight through your, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a little longer piece of wire here because I'm going to curl this up. Don't want this rubbing on your door or anything. Let me cut this off. Okay. I want you to see this. You see how I wired the back little overlap, and I wired it to the back of the little top of the hat. I'm sorry, the top of the hat. Okay, see the little piece of wire there? What I'm going to do is I'm just going to curl that up really good. I just don't want that sticking out, so I'm going to just curl that up really good and stick that under, because I want my wire hidden. Okay, look, I stuck it underneath. Now, it's all hidden. Now, there's the hat. The hat's done. Now we're going to decorate the hat. Is that easy? Is that just incredible? I just love this. I totally love this. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put my little decoration on now. The hat's made, now we're going to decorate it. So this is my little stem. Let's throw this away. Get my wire cutters. A tag off. Okay, I want my little boots, and I'm just going to play with this just a little tad. I want my little boots kind of sticking up pretty, kind of turn this a little bit. That's about all I have to do with that. Okay, what I'm going to do, because all I'm going to do is just lay this, and I want my little boots and my little pick kind of coming up the side. So I'm putting it just a hair off the center. Okay, if you wanted to put it in the center, you could. But for whatever reason, I wanted mine to come up the side. I didn't want to completely cover up this part of the hat. I want that to be seen. So I'm putting my pick, which is a pretty big pick, I'm putting it right over to the side. Okay? And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to lay this here. Now I know I have a big terry bow that's going to just take up the center here. So my little boot, let me look at the other one. My little boot goes almost up to the very top. So I'm going to lay this here, and then I'm going to cut off the bottom because I don't want, so I have to cut off part of this. See this? I'm just going to cut off part. Okay, easy enough. Save these. Always save these. You can always use your little ends. Okay, so please save these. Now I'm going to come with my piece of wire. And look, all I'm doing is I'm laying it over to the side, and I'm going to wire it to my little hat in just a couple of places. Let's see. Is it almost to the top? Yep. Let's see. I'm going through the Deco Mesh and up through the branches with my little piece of wire. I doubt sincerely y'all can see this very well, but I can explain what I'm doing. I'm going through the Deco Mesh and just coming around my little beautiful little decoration here. And I'm going to do that in probably two places. You know what? I think I might, just to be safe, I think I'm going to cut this off a little bit more. Just to be safe. I don't want this sticking out the bottom of my out of the bottom of my ribbon. Okay. Again, I'm wiring this with a piece of wire. I'm going through the Deco Mesh, and just going around a couple of times, going around the bottom of this little, my pick. And I'm sticking the wire through the Deco Mesh. Look, I'm going to go around one more time. I'm going to hold this up and y'all can see it. So that's wired in place. I hope y'all can see this. I'm going to pull this. I'm going to do this one more time. The other one that I did it in about 3 places because you want this to really stay in place. You don't want this flopping around. And just wire this in place. Wire it to your little hat. So your little pick is just really going to stand straight up on your little hat. I'm going to stick that wire up underneath. Okay. You see how I did that? You see how I just wired it to the little hat? Let me go to turn it this way. You see how it's wired? I'm trying to figure out the angle. There we go. There's the angle. See how I wired it to the hat? That's all you have to do. Okay, it's in place and the bow's going to go on top. Okay, then I'm going to put the bow on last because I don't want to mash my bow. So I'm going to put the bow on last. And I didn't plug in my hot glue gun, but you could add a little hot glue to kind of help hold this in place if you would like. The next thing I'm going to do is make my little pom-pom at the top. And I have this little piece. And look what I'm going to do. I kind of played around with this to see how this would come out really nice. Look, I'm just going to make circles around my finger. See how I'm just making circles? I made 3 or 4 or 5, something like that. Okay, you see how that looks cute like that? How you can just kind of push it out? All I did was just circle around my fingers. And with this little piece, I got this from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to come through it with a pipe cleaner and tighten this up in the back. Just really tight. Okay, see how that looks? And now I can just cut the end off. Let me just cut this little end off. And look, I've made myself, oh, look at all the little ends flying. Look at the little pom-pom, okay? And I'm just going to put this around the top of my little hat. Is this incredibly easy? Is this incredibly fast? And I just think it's adorable. I think the cuteness on this is just unbelievable. Okay, and I'm sticking the ends of, I want you to see that. I'm sticking the ends, look, I just stuck the ends down into here. Like I could wire that closed, or if I had my hot glue gun on, I could put just a little dab there and kind of hide that and keep that closed. And then there's your little hanger, and there's your little pom-pom on the top of your little hat. Is this incredibly cute? Okay. So now, the only thing we have left to do is make our bow. So let me get out the bow maker, and now I'm going to make the bow. And of course I'm going to make a terry bow. Well, of course I am. Whew. Let me get all those little flying pieces. I'll start sneezing here in a minute if I don't get all these little pieces out the way. Okay, there they go. Look, we're going to put our little hat here on the side. Let me get out the bow maker. There we go. Let me move my Mevo here to make sure that, now I'm going to see how fast I can make this bow. I have this all ready to sit here. And then that's my second spool holder. Okay, here I go. I'm going to make this terry bow. I'm going to dovetail. I love dovetail. I dovetail every time. I dovetail my the ends of my ribbon always. I always dovetail. Let me get a little piece of wire. Okay, 1, 2. Put it here. Wrap it around. The other piece around the nail. Get that out of the way for now. Pinch and a twist. Pinch and a twist. Let me go ahead and use my little helping hand piece of wire. Tie this off. I'm doing this because I'm going to be using 6 different ribbon. I want this to be just precious. I'm pulling in all the colors that I want. So I'm using 6 different ribbon. Let's get that out of the way for now. Okay, I'm using my board as my measurement. I'm going out to row D. Put that here. A little helping hand. Get this out of the way. Sorry about my old gravelly voice. Sorry, that's just how I sound. Pinch and a twist. Let's get that out of the way. We're going to do some Merry Christmas. Oh, Santa, he's going to love seeing Merry Christmas in that ribbon. Y'all, you're going to see how beautiful this bow is. It's all Sam's ribbon. Okay, it's all from Sam's. So you'll be able to just run out and hope your Sam's has ribbon in by now. Mine's been having it just a while. And I got over there and got plenty. And there's a pinch and a twist. Pinch and a twist. And that is my 3rd piece of ribbon on. Tighten that up. Okay, that's the 3rd piece. 3 more to go. Let's see. I think I'm going to change up. I think I want this one next. Change up how I'm putting these on. Dovetail, measure, use the board as the measurement, pinch and twist. Get this out of the way. Pinch and twist. It's going to take me longer to make the bow than it did the whole little hat. But the little bow just sets off everything. Can y'all believe just how incredibly easy making the little hat was? And I just fell in love. When I saw Scott making these little hats, I was like, okay, that's where I'm gonna start. I'm gonna have to start making videos showing things, how to make things. I've been on Home Talk. I did a video, like I said, I was invited to Home Talk, and I was so nervous I thought I was going to have a heart attack. Because I'm just not used to doing that. And, but anyway, I got through it and I've been invited back. So I'm very happy. I'm just thrilled about that. And I just have to get over that. I'm used to demoing bows, but not making things. So, 1 piece of ribbon to go. And this is the last. This is the last one. This is the last of our 6. Using the board as the measurement. Pinch. So I think I'm going pretty fast here. I think this is a pretty fast terry bow. And I think you're just going to just love the results. pinch and a twist. Tighten this up. Cut my last one. Get the bow maker out of the way. Let's see, fluff box. Where is my fluff box? I had my fluff box right here. I was all prepared. Where's my, oh, I'm looking right at it. Get the bow off the bow maker. Come on, get off of there. Come on. Oh, I didn't. That's the reason why it won't come off. I do that all the time. I forget to. I'm using my little helping hand. I forget to take. I forget to take the first piece of wire off. I do that constantly. Okay, there, I wired it off. It's done now. Look, there it is. There, it came right off. Okay, let's get the bow maker out of the way. Let's get the fluff box. Let's see how fast I can flip this bow out. And we're going to get this little bow onto our little hat. And a little hat is going to be made. But I think I'm going to leave that here. I'm going to pull this over here. Now, I'm the world's worst. When it comes to making bows, my famous word is foo-foo. I just sit here and foo-foo and fool with it. And foo-foo means fooling with it, okay? I just fool with it and fool with it. But I call that's my famous little word, that's foo-foo. Okay, I foo-foo and foo-foo. But I'm going to try to hold that to a minimum tonight because I want to. I'm just dying for y'all to see this. I hope y'all just fall in love with this little hat. If I get a good response on this, because I made a Halloween one, and it's just adorable. Like I said, it's just something I have just totally fallen in love with. Okay, let me make sure that I'm moving all my ribbon around like I want to. Where's my loop? Okay, this loop goes over here. If you just make crosses and kind of pay attention, whenever you get done, everything is going to be, it'll hold your amount of foo-fooing down. Okay, that's good. And let's see, I want that goes over there. So I want to make this cross here. Okay, that's that. On to the next. Let's see, where do I want to put it? I have two loops here, so I'm going to put a tail there, and I'm going to put a loop over here. Kind of curl that a little bit. We want to have some depth and some dimension to our bow. You swing this around. Don't you love how I can just flip this thing around and just shake my bow and use both hands and just shake this bow, and it's just going to come out perfect. Okay, I want a perfect little bow. Okay, let's see, which way do I want this to go? I want this to be kind of over the red. So you see how I can pull that around? I'm just pulling. I'm pulling and shaping, and I want that there and that there. Okay, I want this over here. See, I'm looking straight down into my bow. So I can pretty much sit here and just see how this is all going to end up. And then I'm going to leave these two like this, and these two like this. And my bow's done. My bow is done. I didn't foo-foo too much. Look at my bow. Look how pretty. Look how pretty. Now, I'm going to attach this to the little hat, and it's finished. And it's completely finished. How incredibly simple is that? I'm going to lay my little hat. Let's get this out of the way. Get the fluff box out of the way. And let's see. Find where my Let's get my wire. I'm opening my wire. And my bow is going directly in the center. And what I'm going to do, and I know you're not going to be able to see this, but I'm taking the ends of my wire and I'm going straight through to the back. The ends of my wire, I'm going straight through my Deco Mesh, straight to the back. Let's see. Please don't give me a hard time, wire. Let's see if I'm going to kind of wrap it together so that they'll both go through evenly at the same time. Find kind of an open space here. There it went, straight through. Now let me get the other one. Let me get the other side. I hope that doesn't come out. You know what, I'm afraid that's going to come out if I move that. So let me pull this. I'm going to kind of hook this to this wire. See how I'm just kind of flopping that around? Let me get my other little piece of wire. Let me get both of them and kind of wrap them together so they go through together. And I'm going straight through my Deco Mesh to the back. Straight through. See, going through. There it went. There it went. I'm just pulling my bow, the wire, straight through. I'm trying not to mash my bow up too much. I'm wrapping it around the back. And wrapping all, now look, I'm wrapping all of my little wire together. If you would like to, if I didn't have a piece, I searched for this today, but I couldn't find it. I'll probably find some tomorrow, but I was desperate to get this done. I've been asking people, just been asking me over and over. You can take like a little piece of felt or anything soft, and you can hot glue that onto the back so that all of your wire is covered. Let's see, let's make sure that I didn't mash this up at all. I don't believe I did, and it is completely made. How easy, let's see, how easy was that? That's all there is to this, guys. That is how incredibly easy. Let me see, I'm turning it the wrong way. I'm trying to watch on the Mevo. There it is. That is how incredibly easy that this is to make. So, there is your little decorated Santa hat. There's the little pom-pom on the top. See it? See it right there? And then here you are. Here you are. There it is, all done. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Let me turn it around. I'm turning it the wrong way. I hope y'all enjoyed this. I mean, look how incredibly easy this is and how fun. Just how fun this is. I hope you enjoyed this. A super simple, quick and easy. And that's it for now. Thank y'all so much. And I hope you join me again. Good night.